welcome to day 23 of Vlogmas. I can't believe there's only one more day of Vlogmas. What the heck? It's actually flown by, even though I've done absolutely nothing. I really don't know how I managed to drag this out and actually stick to it given the circumstances. So if you're still watching, thank you so much. Please excuse the state of my hair. I did not wash it like I said I would, because I'm going to do a workout today and then I'll wash it after that. But I've just been getting into Anton's book, or trying to. It's quite a slow start, but I am determined to read the whole thing. Like, it's not hard to read, it's just a bit slow. Like, it's very descriptive, and also it's made me realise I haven't read any books that are written in, is it third person? Where it's like he's telling the story, it's not like one character, it's not like one person's point of view, it's like an overview of everyone. There's quite a lot of characters, and yeah, that's my thoughts so far. What else was I going to say? Let's open the advent calendar because I haven't done that yet. Ooh. It's actually scary how close Christmas is. Right. In the chimney, Santa's coming. Does anyone? I don't have a chimney. Does anyone have a chimney? I feel like it's quite a rare thing now, isn't it? I don't know why I think I can get this out of one hand again. I would tell you what it was, but it's already in my mouth. Downstairs to make my coffee, and Mum's ironing, watching Bridget Jones, which I'm very jealous of that she didn't tell me she was watching it, because I would have watched it with her. And then Mark's doing body pump in the other half of the lounge, and there's washing everywhere. So I made my coffee and came straight back up here. Not gonna lie, today's one of those days where not a lot's gone right, and I just have had no motivation to do anything, so I've just pretty much been chilling in bed watching YouTube and stuff. I'm now making a vegan bolognese. I'm using the Naked Glory mince. I had the sausages of these last week and they were not too bad, so I thought I'd try the mince. I don't think I've tried this one before anyway. I hate when it's like 87 grams of mince contained. I'm like, what does that mean? 100 grams does have 20 grams of protein, which is pretty good. So yeah, I'm making bolognese. It was going to be chilli, but I wasn't feeling rice, I wanted pasta, so I was like, might as well do bolognese. So that is the situation. Because I've not vlogged so much today either, and this is an idea that I wanted to do and didn't have a day for it, so now I have a day for it. I'm going to do 20 good things that have happened in 2020. I saw it on Imi Gracie's channel, I'll link her video down below because I said I would. But yeah, 20 good things that happened in 2020, because although this year has been an absolute shit show, oh, my bolognese is burning. Although it's been a shit show, there have obviously been some highlights. Even if you have to dig really hard to find them, I think that we should all take a moment to try and think of 20 good things to happen in 2020. So I actually made a little list yesterday because I knew I wanted to film this in one of my vlogs, and it did take a little bit of a while to get into the swing of finding positive things that have happened this year, but once I did, they were kind of flowing and I could have done more than 20, so I didn't. I've stopped at 20 for video purposes, but yeah, I encourage you to do the same. And comment some of yours down below as well, and we can spread some positivity. Bolognese is really ready, nearly ready. I added garlic, onion, pepper and mushrooms to start with, then I added the Naked Glory mince, then chopped tomatoes, tomato puree, some oregano, and then added, for some extra flavour, this is actually Mum's idea, to add vegetable gravy to like thicken it up a little bit. So I've added that in, I don't know how that's going to go, but put some of that in. Oops. And then also added a tablespoon of HP sauce. So just for a little bit of extra flavour, and Worcester sauce as well. Also, why is this one called Worcester sauce and this one is Worcestershire sauce? What's the difference? Can anyone tell me that? I'm also really excited that it's actual spaghetti and not just like fusilli pasta, which I normally have to have in my bolognese, because normally I can't bother to buy spaghetti for the once in a blue moon I have spag bowl. Just found a tiny little bit of wine in the fridge. This is all they left in the bottle. Rude not to. So if you're having a bad day, get yourself a glass of wine and cheers. There we go, the finished product. I literally cannot talk. I can't wait, I'm starving, I'm gonna eat this. What I'd like to know is, are you someone who twizzles your spaghetti, or do you cut it all up so it's really small? Excuse the hideous lighting, but just had a moment where I was like, oh my god, it's 6:30, I can put It Takes Two on, as in Strictly It Takes Two. Strictly's finished, and that just hit me, and now I'm a bit sad. When I was younger, we used to have crusty bread, like a French stick with our bolognese, and I really miss that. I don't know why we don't do that anymore. But on that note, we have recently got Warburton's Tiger Loaf, and I don't normally like eating too much white bread. Like I prefer the seeded bread, but Tiger bread just hits different, so I thought I'd have a slice of my bolognese because I'm just really hungry at the moment. So I forgot to show you earlier that this came in the post today, Eve of Man by Giovanna Anton Fletcher, which my friend Leah sent to me with a cute little note, and I was so confused when it arrived because she sent it from Amazon, so it was just an Amazon thing, and I was like, I don't remember ordering anything, like what have I ordered by accident? And then I thought maybe Hannah had like ordered something but put my address instead of hers because we share an Amazon account. But I opened it up, had a cute little note from Leah, and I can't wait to read it. So Leah, if you're watching this, thanks very much, love ya. Right, so excuse the terrible lighting, hopefully soon I'll have our own light. But so 20 good things in 2020. Like I said, I saw this on Amy Grace's channel first, so credit to her because that's how I found out about it. But I thought it'd be a good way to think about some of the positives of this year amongst all the shit showness that has gone down. So I have pre-written these. They're not just off the top of my head because it did take me a little while to get into the swing of actually thinking of good things that have happened this year. But you have to remember, from January to March we were not affected by the pandemic. We were living life as we were, as normal. And obviously even throughout lockdown there have been a few times where there have been some good things happening. It's not been 360 something days of pure shit. So without further ado, we have these are in no particular order as well, by the way. These are literally just the order they came to me in my head when I was writing them down. So number 1 for me is reading. If you've watched some of my other videos, or even in this one I've mentioned reading, haven't I? Yeah. So I've massively got back into reading this year, which I'm so grateful for because it's something I love doing but has just slipped so far away from me in the past few years, just because I've been busy with like school and work and uni and all that kind of stuff has just got in the way. So it's been really nice to have that extra time that's like pushed me to get into reading and remind me that I actually do enjoy it, and then give me that push to kind of stick with it. And now even going into next year when hopefully it's going to get a bit busier again, I'm not just going to be sitting in my flat for 3 months, that I can carry on reading even if it's literally like 10 minutes before I go to bed. Second one is running. Now while I'm not running currently, it was kind of a lockdown thing, but it has been a good thing to come out of 2020. So back in the first lockdown when everyone was doing the run 5k, donate £5, etc., like those kind of challenges, I fully got into it. I think I was at my peak running in like May, June time. I managed to run 10k, which is mad for me because I'm not a runner, or I wasn't a runner, and I'm not a runner anymore. But yeah, running I know has been a big thing for a lot of other people as well, so it's number 2. Number 3 is some extra like CPD courses I've managed to do this year. So obviously with the extra time I've had more time to study and personal development and all that kind of thing. So I did the Optimum Nutrition course, which they gave out for free in the first lockdown. I also did free TRX training, so I have my TRX certificate now. I did Trigger Point Pilates, the desk program, which, not gonna lie, I only used it for a little bit, but if anyone is interested in like 10-minute desk workouts, let me know. Maybe I don't think I can put them on here. yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. I did a couple of masterclasses with my mum with another trainer that she knows, which is all about like glute activation. There was one for back activation and just general like more deep diving into like muscle activation and how to get people to feel it and like cueing and things like that from an instructor point of view. This is like the most uncomfortable angle, right? Number 4 is, another course I did was level 3 pre and postnatal, which was quite a big course to be fair, but I've now added that to my little repertoire. So I can now work with pre and postnatal clients in exercise and also offer them nutrition advice as well. So number 4 is, this year has made me appreciate all of my friendships a lot more. I've got a lot closer to a lot of my friends, I'd say, if not all of them, and it's kind of made me realise that I don't need a big group of friends. Like all my friends now, and I think this is quite common, like as you get older, they're just like individual friends on their own, and that is, you know, like normal for adult life, I guess, where you have friends in like different areas rather than like one group that you like hang out with like you did at school kind of thing. So that's that. Number 5 is dancing, obviously. I've still been able to dance this year, even though it's been a lot less than I would have liked. I've still been at uni for, well, from January to March, and then from September to December-ish, November. Number 5 is, I've discovered that I'm actually not terrible at baking. As you saw with the cookies the other day, I was meant to make the gingerbread tonight, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. So I'm going to make gingerbread then. But yeah, baking in general, like the banana bread, cookies, I'm pretty sure I made cupcakes at one point, like muffins, yeah. But I actually really enjoy it, and I got really into Bake Off this year, so I think that kind of goes hand in hand. 7 is fitness and the gym. Now obviously it's been a little bit on and off, but I've been proud of myself this year for sticking with home workouts when the gym's closed. But also I've got so into the gym this year. I think it started in January when I was following Shreddy. I went to the gym, and then obviously the gym was shut and it was lockdown, but then I carried on with the Shreddy app and did all the home workouts, and then started teaching my online classes, moving them onto Zoom when I came home, and then getting back into the gym again at the end of summer, and then when I moved back to Leicester, getting like really stuck into the gym. And that's been like a massive highlight of this year, because it's made me get into like more of a routine with the gym and actually lifting. I've actually stuck to a weightlifting program, and I really enjoy now watching myself progress with heavier weights each time, so that's definitely a positive. Number 8, I kind of just mentioned in that one, but it was teaching online, so like on Zoom, on Instagram lives. So I love teaching fitness classes, but obviously this year I've not been able to do many in person, but I did surprisingly enjoy teaching online, and it's also brought a lot more people into my life who I've met through teaching online, one of which was Abby. If you're watching this, you know who you are. Yeah, it's just, you know, been a different opportunity to take my career down, I guess. Which brings me on to number 9, which is studio from home, which I spoke about in yesterday's vlog, so I'll link it up there. And again, it's just teaching online in a different way, so there's that. Number 10 is blogging. This year, I actually started my blog in November last year, but this year it's really obviously growing because I've had more time to write. I also went self-hosted with my blog in April, I think, which basically just means that I am laurenholly.com instead of laurenholly.wordpress.com, so I own that site, which is pretty cool. Number 11, the Twitter community, that kind of ties into blogging. So through my blog I have made a lot of friends on Twitter and the community side over there, including Twitter chats, the blogosphere events, obviously the one I mentioned the other day that I went to in partnership with JB. Number 12 is that I hit 5k Instagram followers, which might not seem a lot to a lot of people, but I read back my 2020 goals the other day and it was like, oh, maybe I could hit 4k, because I've just hit 3k and that seems like a big goal, so maybe I could hit 4k next year. Turns out I've actually hit 5k, so I must be doing something right. Number 13, we are carrying on with the content path. and it is that I started this YouTube channel, which is literally never something that I thought I would do, but boredom got that much in lockdown that it happened. But I'm so glad it did. It's given me a lot more confidence, I'd say, and it's just fun. Like, it's just a fun little hobby. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if I'll just get bored of it, or if life will get busy again and I won't have time for it, but it's been fun while it lasted. Not that I'm saying this is the end. With that as well, I've also really enjoyed watching YouTube this year, because that wasn't like a massive thing that I was into before, and definitely have Hannah, my flatmate, to thank for that. But some of my favourites that I've been watching are Zanna Van Dyke, Steph Ellswood, Zoe and Alfie, Jen Fit, my friend Rosa, Joe Sugg and Diane Buswell, and also Megan Grubb. So that is like the main YouTubers I could think of that I've been watching like most consistently this year. Number 14 is that I got a online coach to work on my fitness and nutrition goals with, and it's honestly been one of the best things I've done, honestly. And it's also given me the kind of jump to start offering online coaching as part of my services as well, because I've kind of come to terms with the fact that I'm probably not going to be able to PT a lot in person while I'm at uni, so to be able to do it online and provide that support to people in a different capacity at the same time as me being at uni is a bonus. I keep saying things that are on the list already, but I did more with my business online this year. So obviously, like I've already mentioned, the classes that I ran over summer in the first lockdown, and now going into online coaching is basically what I meant by that. But for my fitness business, usually is just me running around gyms covering classes wherever I'm needed, but to have it online is hopefully going to make life a lot easier. Number 16 is Strictly. If you've watched any of my vlogs throughout November and December, you'll know that I'm obsessed with Strictly, and I'm so happy that it happened this year despite everything. They were able to put together the show as normal, and it's also the only show that I've seen live this year. So I went and saw the Strictly tour back in February, literally a couple of weeks before lockdown, so we were so lucky to go and see it, and it's the only show that I've been able to see live this year, which is obviously disappointing, but I'm glad it was that. Number 17, still on the dance category, should we call it, is I had my first like proper auditions this year, which were just in-house like college auditions where people came in and auditioned as a college, but it was still like a proper audition experience, I suppose, other than the fact that obviously I was auditioning against literally everyone that I see every day, which would not be the case in a normal audition. It'd be people from all over. But yeah, that happened, and I'd completely forgotten about that. I had to flick through my diary to find things that had happened this year, and that was one of them. I was like, oh yeah, that happened. There was a few auditions in like January, February time. 18 is I have discovered podcasts. So I wasn't a massive podcast listener before this year, I'd say. Maybe listen to the odd one or two, but nothing like consistently. So the ones I've been listening to are The Secret's Out, which is Alfie Day's podcast. If you haven't listened to it, the first season has just finished. I think there's 10 episodes, so go and check those out because they're absolutely hilarious. The Ins and Outs podcast, which is all about the dance industry. So if you're a dancer or you want to learn more about the dance industry, highly recommend checking that one out. And I've also been enjoying the Wake Up Wind Down podcast by Niall Breslin on Spotify. I think it's just on Spotify, might be wrong, but especially the wind down ones, they're literally like 10-15 minutes. It's kind of like meditation or like just a nice thought, or sometimes he just plays a song and it's just really like calming and nice. So podcasts. Number 19 is supporting small businesses and just more like awareness of small businesses, I guess. There's been quite a few people I know that have set up a business in lockdown or in 2020, and they've been doing so well, and I just think like, as shit as this year is, if you've managed to start up your own business, well done to you, like hats off, you've won 2020, do you know what I mean? So I started the Small Biz Spotlight on my blog, which was a monthly feature. I managed to interview a different small business owner for each month of the year. I think I started it about May, June time. So the link to my blog's down below if you want to check out any of those, because there are some cool ones in there. And the last one, number 20, is me becoming vegetarian. So there we go. I have been officially veggie since my birthday because I know this, because I had a bacon sandwich for breakfast cooked by Hannah on my birthday. But I was kind of like, before that point I was on and off veggie since like probably October last year, but like fully consistently veggie from April. So what's that, like May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, like 8 months. It's pretty good going. I'm fully committed to it now. I don't know if I'll ever be fully vegan because it's a lot, like it's a big commitment when you think about it. So we will see how that goes. That was my 20 good things that happened in 2020. So I encourage you to take a few minutes to think of some of your own, even if you can't think of a full list of 20. At least think of a couple and put them in the comments so that I can read them as well, and we can spread some positivity around this shit time. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog here as well. So if you did enjoy it, please give us a thumbs up. Remember to comment a few of your things. I'm not going to say comment 20 good things, so we'll be here all night. But if you want to comment 20 good things that have happened in your year, then please go ahead. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not already, and hit the bell icon so you get those notifications. And I will see you tomorrow for the last day of Vlogmas. I don't know how we got here, but we did. Somehow uploaded every single day in December, and I think that actually should make it on my list of 20 good things. But yeah, that's it from me for now. I will wrap this up and I will see you tomorrow for the last day of Vlogmas.